What's going on, guys? Coach Joe here, back with another video, and we're going to be talking all about protein in this one. I got some protein coffee right here, and we're going to dive right into it, okay? So, one of my clients asked me a really good question, and I'm going to read it to you guys. He said, "Hey Joe, on a different note, have you ever made a video talking all about the different types of protein powders there are and how they work in your body? What are the pros and the cons of them, and have you ever thought about making a video on, avoiding the bad, crappy protein powders out there that maybe aren't FDA regulated?" He said, "I was doing lots of reading up on it. I thought it'd be easier to just simply ask you, and if you can make a video, crush all the info into once, that'd be great." So, Sean, let's make it happen, Captain. So, as far as protein powders, right, and that's what we're going to be talking about. I talked numerous of videos, right, of different kind of like how protein works in the bodies. Right, as far as, the thermic effect of food, as far as absorption rate, everything like that. So you guys can simply go to a few of the videos in the past and watch those videos. That's why you should subscribe to my channel, so that way you never miss an update. Now, back to Sean's question. So different types of proteins out there. There are tremendous amounts. Tremendous. So for one, there's some that I probably don't even know about. Once you learn and figure out what works best for your body, you kind of stick in that zone, right? For example, I think I was at the store and I'm pretty sure I saw something that was like a pure egg white protein and it was a powder. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that existed. I know way back in the day, some guys at the gym, meatheads, were telling me to get some protein called like carnivore or something like that. That was like red meat protein powder. And I'm like, what? Like, do you have to keep that refrigerated? Like, does that even make sense? So there are probably going to be so many different proteins out there that hence I probably should do my research on. But once again, I got it. I stay in my lane, right? I stay in my lane. It works good for me. And I'm going to tell you guys all about that. And I'm going to tell you about some of the more common protein powders out there. So for example, you have a regular whey concentrate. That is your standard protein powder that you will find typically anywhere. You can find it at drugstores and gas stations and Walmarts, etc., etc. You're going to find it. It is so cheap to find. It's not expensive at all. Is it good for you? Absolutely, right? Do you need it? No, because if you can get your protein through wholesome, healthy foods like chicken and steak and egg whites, great. That's obviously better for digestion purposes. Now, with that being said, it's a supplement. Just like any supplement, there are benefits to it, but, right, you should only be using it to your dietary needs. Hence, it's called a supplement. Whey concentrated protein, okay, is just your regular form of protein powder, okay? Think of it as like the middle ground. Sure, there's going to be a little bit of carbs. Sure, there's going to be a little bit of fats in there, but it's like your standard protein, right? It's not too expensive, like not too cheap, like it's just your normal regular protein. Benefits to it, well, obviously it's a protein, so it's higher up on the thermic effect of food. If you're looking to build muscle, take a protein powder. If you're looking to burn fat, take some protein powder, okay? Cons, well, if you're someone like me that's lactose intolerant, your body might not have the best processing when it comes to digesting a whey concentrate protein. Hence why I take and I put in my coffee and my protein powder, right, or protein powder of choice, and Whey Isolate. So now we have right over here in the middle ground, right, whey concentrate protein. Now we have over here an isolate. An isolate is usually lesser in calories, lesser in fats, lesser in carbs. It is just another filtration process. So you have your regular whey concentrate and then they filter it out again. Right? Really make sure they just filter out all the protein. It's protein at its purest form. That's your isolate. It's sure more expensive, but it's a faster digestion process inside the body. Why? Because it's not like it's a magic formula. It's just that there's no carbs and fats in it. So fats are slow digesting, carbs are fast digesting. If there's none of that in there, it's gonna get right into the muscle, right into your bloodstream as soon as you have it. So post-workout recovery, it's great to have an isolate protein. Somebody like myself who's lactose intolerant, this doesn't have any like lactose actually in it, So because it's been filtered out again, it's great. So I don't have any digestional problems, okay? Then we have over here at the top, okay, casein protein. So casein's a little bit more expensive. There's going to be so many people out there that's going to give you kind of pros and cons of casein. You're going to hear about people saying like, oh, you know, your body's going to be burning all its muscle when you're asleep at night, which there is no truth to that at all. Like I can prove that wrong a million times over again, but we don't have time for that in this video. But the people out there, like the skinny guys or the skinny kids out there that's trying to gain weight, they'll say like, oh, I'm taking a casein protein before I go to sleep, so my body's continuing to, you know, get its muscle protein synthesis. Here's the thing about that. Sure, there's some truth to that, but at the end of the day, casein is very hard on digestion for the body. Not for everybody, but for some people it is. It's very hard for your body to digest casein. Why? Because it's protein and it's slow digesting. So take, for example, like hot coffee, okay? And you put any kind of protein powder in there. It's going to clump up, right? And get really, really hard and stiff, almost like a rock form. That's like the digestion process with casein protein in the human body for some people, right? For some people. Now, that's like your standard 3. Then we have obviously like plant-based, which could be like a pea protein or a quinoa protein or like a brown rice protein. And obviously like if you're plant-based, right, if that's like your ethics and everything like that, and you want to follow more of a plant-based or pea protein, that's fine, have it. They make pea protein isolates. It's almost like the same thing. It's just like instead of it coming from a cow, right, it's coming from more plant-based solutions out there. That's it. You know, it's usually typically a little bit higher in calories. There's usually always, you know, more chance there's carbs in it and a little bit more fats in it, a good amount of protein, but that's typically it. So when it comes down to protein powders, okay, like keep it simple, right? There's the main 4, you know, whey concentrate, your regular standard whey, whey isolate, okay? And the pros and cons, we'll break it down like this, right? Whey concentrate, like a pro, it's very inexpensive. A con, if you're lactose intolerant, it might hurt your stomach, right? That's about it. It doesn't have the fastest digestion process. A whey isolate, a con, right? It's more expensive, but a pro, faster digestion. A casein, it's slow digesting. It's you know, frequently getting into the muscles, right? So you're not eating yourself, I guess, or wasting your muscles. That's all I have to say about casein. You guys can probably see I'm not a big fan of casein. And, you know, pea or protein or plant-based or quinoa, brown rice, like at the end of the day, like it just all goes with your morals. Like that's it. So that's when it comes down to different kind of protein powders. Now let's talk about a really good question he asked about, you know, when picking out ones that are FDA regulated. And I'm also going to tie off this into something else. I swear, every time I think I have a bag of protein in here, I never do. It's in my kitchen. Because I want to show you guys, you know? But when it comes down to FDA like regulations or protein powders, you know, obviously go on their website, do your due diligence, do your research, but like it should say on there like FDA approved or hey, third party, you know, labeled or third party private tested, right? Where, you know, like First Form, right? That's the supplement that I usually go for. Or My Protein. They have, you know, a third party that comes in and like test their ingredients, making sure that everything's inside is what they're claiming it's inside. Because if not, it's a big lawsuit. Big lawsuit. So that just goes with that. That's real quick. But here's the thing I want to add into this one, right? When it comes to a good protein powder out there, because sure, you can look into something out there like Gold Standard Whey, right? Everybody knows Gold Standard Whey, right? It's a big tub, right? You type in Google best protein powder, everybody's going to give you that. The reason mainly why is because they have the best affiliate commissions. So everyone's going to have affiliate links coming your way. Hence why I'm not putting any affiliate links below this video, because I just want to give you guys nothing but truth and value to that. But with that being said, like that is not a good protein. There's a lot of fillers in it. There's a lot of lectins in it that's not necessarily biodegradable and easily absorbed in the human body. So when it comes to picking out a protein powder, look actually into the ingredients. Don't just go off the calories and macros. Look into the ingredients and say to yourself, okay, how much crap is actually in this? And this could be with anything that you guys eat, right? In the nutritional facts. If there's less ingredients, it's probably more beneficial for you in absorption rate. If there's like Gold Standard Whey that has like probably 26 different ingredients, and then you're comparing that to something like First Form, which has maybe like 6 or 7 ingredients, you can probably get a good tell that, hey, what they're putting in there is like good quality, one. Second, there's not a lot of fillers and crap in it. So that's a big, big thing to look for when it comes into buying a protein powder. And that's it, guys. Don't confuse it at all. Make it simple. I'll put it like this, right? I take a isolate protein simply because it doesn't affect my stomach. That's it, right? Like I'm spending a little bit more money, so I'm not, on the toilet all night. That's it. Find what works best for your body. Find one that tastes good. Find one that, hey, you like and you can stick with, and it works best to hit your macros for the day. That's it. Peace out, Girl Scouts.